Hi guys, this is David, and just recently I finished up my Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta run. And, well, Final Fantasy V still remains one of my favorite games in the entire series, and I have played it ad nauseum and done all sorts of different challenges with it, all sorts of different job class combinations. I've never done one as restrictive as the 4-job Fiesta. However, I really enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend everybody who likes the game to do it themselves. I mean, I've done these things before, but I've always had healers. This time, not so much. So, whenever I rolled my jobs for the 4-job Fiesta, I ended up getting a knight, a summoner, a beastmaster, and a samurai. The knight is a job class that I always kind of slept on. I never really thought of it as anything all that special. To me, it was just a regular attacker. But let me tell you, here it was the MVP. Being able to use elemental swords, really good equipment, nice weapons and armor, being able to let other job classes equip those swords, and most importantly, being able to double fist those swords for double damage. The knight was a shining star. The summoner was my only true casting class. And going into it, I thought for a second that, yeah, summoners can use staves, and I was like, oh, well then I'll just give my summoner the healing staff. Summoners can't use staves, they can only use rods and knives. So, yeah, so much for that, unfortunately, and self-healing, not so good. So, one thing that I did start utilizing for the summoner during boss fights that I normally don't do is I was breaking rods in order to cast like level 3 magic really early and kill these boss fights, because without a healer it's either kill or be killed. I was trying to get through these fights as fast as humanly possible. The third job class that I rolled was a Beastmaster. And normally, typically, I don't really use a Beastmaster. I pretty much only use them for control in order to give my Blue Mage access to, blue magic. But I don't have a Blue Mage in the 4-job Fiesta. So being stuck with a Beastmaster the entire time was kind of like, but it was okay. The Beastmaster was probably the worst class that I had. It could use knives, it could use whips. The magic stat wasn't so hot. It does have a lot of versatility with capturing and releasing, because every single monster does have its own unique release, but I don't have time to consult a spreadsheet for capturing or releasing. I play games to have fun, not to research. Sorry about it. So, it was kind of disappointing to have a Beastmaster, but it is what it is. I pretty much just gave it summon magic and let it go to town. The last job class that I rolled was a samurai, who I've always thought was very overpowered, especially because of Gil Toss and using Gil Toss in order to defeat X-Death. That's normally my go-to way of defeating X-Death, is just Gil Tossing until the bitch is dead, pretty much. But having to use a samurai really forced me to use some other abilities that the samurai had that I didn't really ever look at before, such as its ability to automatically insta-kill every single thing on the screen. I was like, whoa, where has this thing been all my life? That was fantastic. Overall, it was challenging without a healer. It was kind of annoying not being able to use teleport to escape dungeons, or only being able to use potions for healing in the first world and then high potions in the second and third world. So it was really like I really had to be really fast as I was fighting these bosses and fighting these enemies, because it was kill or be killed with really little to no healing whatsoever. But it was still really, really fun. It was an excellent run, and I highly recommend it. If you like Final Fantasy V and you want a new spin on an old classic, definitely go about, play the 4-job Fiesta. It runs until August 31st, and it does benefit charity as well. I believe it benefits the charity Child's Play, which helps children overcome cancer. So, yeah, just type into Google Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta, and then there will be a website that you can go to, and it will assign you one job from each crystal. For those of you who don't really know what the whole thing is about, it's basically you go to a randomizer, and it randomly assigns each of the 4 characters one job from each of the 4 crystals. And then you have to play through the entire game only using those jobs. Not even using Freelancer, not like cheating and using white magic between the battles in order to heal. None of that stuff. You only use the jobs that you are assigned. And it's very restrictive, but it's very fun. And if you're looking for something fun to do this summer, play the 4-job Fiesta. Have a good day.